Hello kids, welcome back to our English class. In our previous class, we learnt a poem called Water Cycle, the Water Cycle. This poem is written by whom? Helen H. Moore. So today we are going to solve the exercise part. So the first one here is read the poem, complete the following sentences. Read the poem and complete the following sentences. Here we have 3 sentences which are incomplete. We need to complete these sentences after reading the poem. We have already read the poem, so now we will work on these 3 sentences. See here, first one is, when the poetess was young, she thought that water was dash. When the poetess was young, she used to think what? She used to think that the water came from the kitchen sink. When the poetess was young, she thought that water comes from the kitchen sink. Poetess used to think that water comes from the kitchen sink. She used to think this when she was young. Second one is, now she is older. She knows that water comes from rain and snow. When she was young, she used to think that water comes from kitchen sink. Now that she is older, she knows that water comes from rain and snow. She knows that water comes from rain and snow. Some does go to kitchen sink. Some means what? Some water does go to the kitchen sink. Some does go to the kitchen sink. So now the second exercise is answer the following questions. We have 5 questions here. How does water go up to the sky? Where does water stay? How does the water come down? Where does the rainwater flow? What is the sound made by falling rainwater? So we have answers here. See here, the first question is, how does water go up to the sky? The water goes up to the sky in the form of steam. The water goes up to the sky in the form of steam. पानी ऊपर कैसे जाता है? भाप बनकर जाता है. Steam means भाप. Where does water stay? The water stays in the cloud. Water कहाँ रहता है? Water stays in the cloud. Clouds में रहता है, बादल में रहता है. How does the water come down? The water comes down splashing with a watery song. The water comes down splashing with a watery song. Where does the rainwater flow? The rainwater flows to a lake, a brook, a stream, and to the ocean shore. पानी कहाँ कहाँ बहता है? To a lake, a brook, a stream, and to the ocean shore. What is the sound made by falling rainwater? The sound made by falling rainwater is pitter-patter. The sound made by falling rainwater is pitter-patter. So now kids, we will move to the activity part, that is language development part. Now tell me, what do you mean by suffixes? What do these suffixes mean? Read on. Able means is able of. Able means able of. If we are putting this suffix able in front of some word, then it means it is able to. It is able to. Less means to be without. Less means to be without. Full means to be full of. Full means to be full of. Means one who can. अगर हम एक शब्द के आगे एबल लगाते हैं तो उस शब्द का मीनिंग रहता है इज एबल ऑफ, जो कुछ कर सकता है. लेस मीन्स कुछ ना होना या फिर कुछ ना कर पाना. फुल मीन्स उसमें वो चीज़ है. मीन्स वन हु कैन, जो एक चीज़ कर सकता है. नाउ guess the words with suffixes. Write them on the lines. Full of pain. Full of pain. Now see here, to be full of pain, to be full of. Now add full to pain. It will become painful. Can be laughed at. Add able to it. Can be laughed at, laughable. Without a strand of hair. Means without hair, hairless. Full of pain, painful, can be laughed at, laughable, without a strand of hair, hairless. Next one is one who designs. One who is able to design. One who can design. See here, one who can design is a designer. One who can design. One who designs. Designer. Now see here, something lacking taste, which does not have taste, without taste, tasteless. Can break, breakable. One who thinks, thinker. One who can thinker, one who thinks, thinker. Full of colors, colorful. One who works on a farm, farmer. Full of beauty, beautiful. Now the next exercise is add the suffixes able or full or less to the words in the box. Use the new word to complete the given sentences. We have few sentences in which some words are missing. We are supposed to add words from these options, but we need to add some prefixes to these words, a suitable prefix to these words, and we need to write those correct options here. Now see here, Rishit was looking for work because Rishit was looking for work. Rishit एक काम ढूंढ रहा था because he was. When do you search for a work? When you are a jobless. Rishit was looking for work because he was jobless. He was jobless. He was jobless. The letter was old and the ink faint, but the letter was old and the ink faint, but it was readable. जो लेटर था वो बहुत पुराना था और उसका इंक भी उड़ रहा था, फेंट हो गया था, बट वो रीडेबल था, पढ़ने के लायक था. After the noisy crowd dispersed, the area was dash. After the noisy crowd dispersed, the area was जब लोगों की भीड़ चली गई, एरिया कैसा हो गया? Full of peace, peaceful. Now the dash said he could turn the house as good as new with his paint and brush. Now tell me who paints with the brush? Painter, right? The painter said he could turn the house as good as new with his paint and brush. Now activity part. See here, read and learn. The words piece, glass, box, bar are countable nouns. We use such words to measure or count the quantity of the uncountable noun. The words piece, glass, box, bar are countable nouns. ये जो words देख रहे हैं आप, ये सब countable nouns है जिन्हें हम count कर सकते हैं. We use such words to measure or count quantity of the uncountable nouns. These words, we use these words to measure or count the quantity of uncountable noun. Uncountable noun means वो nouns जिन्हें हम count नहीं कर सकते हैं, जिन्हें हम नंबर में नहीं डाल सकते हैं. उन uncountable nouns को measure करने के लिए हम ये countable nouns यूज करते हैं, जैसे कि piece, glass, box, bar, etc. Such words are also called measure words or counters. इन वर्ड्स को हम क्या कहते हैं? मेजर वर्ड्स और काउंटर्स. नाउ First exercise relating to the measure words or counters. Circle the measure words in each phrase. One example has been done for you. We need to circle the measure words in these phrases. One is already done for you. Now see here, jar of pickle. Can you measure the pickle? No, you cannot measure pickle. You cannot put the pickle into numbers. So we use this countable noun to measure this uncountable noun. Jar, jar of pickle. Sack of wheat. You can count sacks. Can you count wheat? No. So sacks of wheat. Blocks of cheese. Can you count cheese? No. Can you count blocks? Yes. Blocks of cheese. A pinch of salt. 2 pieces of furniture. A bowl of soup. Understood? Now second exercise is use the measure words from the box to count the items in the pictures. One example has been done for you. We have some options here, measure words. We need to use these measure words in the correct place. See here, cans of juice. These are what? Cans of juice. This is what? Loaf of bread. Boxes of cereals. Baskets of fruits. Plates of rice. Bars of chocolate. See here, we will read again. Cans of juice, loaf of bread, boxes of cereals, baskets of fruits, plates of rice, bars of chocolate. Now, write the counter for the uncountable nouns given below. These are uncountable nouns. We need to write counters for these uncountable nouns. Dash of milk, dash of cake, dash of tennis, dash of baggage, dash of juice, dash of vegetables, dash of wheat and dash of marbles. And the answers are glass of milk, rackets of tennis, cans of juice, sacks of wheat, slice of cake, suitcase of baggage, baskets of vegetables and blocks of marbles. Understood? So we have finished this poem called The Water Cycle. So we will meet in next class, kids. We will learn a new lesson. So we'll meet in next class. Till then, take care.